She put him on speaker and held her phone out to the girls. "Hi, Henry," the other three shouted, sticking their faces into the phone, making kissing noises. "Loons," he said, and they laughed. Though he belonged to Hannah, he was theirs too, the extra limb. Hannah took the phone off speaker, put one finger in her ear to block out the noise. "Are you having fun?" Henry asked. "Yes, but I miss you." She missed him every summer when the girls took their annual trip to stay at Blue's Nana's beach house. But the longing itself was part of the fun, a romantic ache that reminded her how lucky she was. He said something she couldn't hear. "What?" she said. "Come home." Her heart whooshed. "We're leaving soon. Can't wait to see you. Bring me a souvenir," he said. And then, "Never mind. All I need is you." "Cheeseball," Hannah teased, but her face hurt from smiling so big. "Love you so much." She ended the call, already daydreaming of their future. She imagined the two of them renting a small summer cottage that sat watch over the ocean, a hammock lolling in the breeze, a picnic table where she could sit on pink-lit summer evenings and write. As much as she was excited to attend college together, she was more eager for what followed, for the realizing of all their plans and dreams. Henry would take over his parents' newspaper, and Hannah would teach college classes while she worked on her book. They would have a house on an intimate East Coast campus outside Boston, or perhaps in Maine, hosting potluck dinners with bright-eyed students and fellow teachers, talking poetry and literature and current events. She would catch Henry watching her from across the table. He loved when she got passionate about things, and she would smile back at him. How safe she would feel being a family with him, living in a warm, loving house just like his parents' home, and nothing like her own, so depressive and quiet. "Hurry, Hannah," Maya called. Hannah moved to catch up with the others, pausing just a moment to consider a psychic at a booth, a young woman with white blonde hair, a sharp, narrow chin, and big, loopy earrings that hung like small nooses. She made a mental note to tell the girls about her. It would be fun to get their palms read before they left. At the car, Blue dug into the trunk and retrieved the wine coolers and a water for Hannah, who was their designated driver, and passed them around. "A toast," Maya said. "To you three lucky bitches who get to be friends with me." Maya waited, arm in the air, while they stared at her. Blue coughed. "Okay, fine," she said. "You're shy, I get it. To us, then." The girls raised their arms high and clinked, faces glowing with hope, the sun igniting in the glass bottles as if they had caught it there. "To us," they all said in unison. 4 forever friends on the cusp of their lives. 12 years later. Hannah. Another July. Hannah sat by Henry's bedside, her wild red hair pulled into a tight bun, her pale face underlaid with gray, like winter light. She stared out the window, as she so often did these days, the view familiar as a painting, inciting surprise and a sense of unreality anytime life appeared inside it, a person passing by, for instance, or a bird fluttering past. The day was in slow retreat, the night sky drawing its navy blue blind upon it. Soon a nurse would be in to give Henry a sponge bath. Hannah closed the book of crossword puzzles she'd brought, as if they could actually do one together. On the nightstand, a picture of the two of them at senior prom, their smiles almost too big for their faces, Maya, Blue, and Renee goofing in the background. She'd planned to put it in the frame she'd brought back for him from the summer fair all those years before. But then, as soon as the girls got home from their trip, tragedy had struck, and she couldn't bring herself to even look at the gift he'd been unable to receive. Now she squeezed Henry's pale hand, soft and round as sorrow, and watched his face, hoping for his eyes to register the touch, or the sigh, or the puzzle book, or her leaving.